We are going to make a Cyberpunk RED character using Demiplane. And here we are inside of Demiplane. All you do is go to demiplane.com. I'll have the link below. You sign in, and you do have to make sure that you have Cyberpunk RED, of course. If you don't know how to do all of that, you're probably not able to watch this video, so I'll assume you'll know how to get all of that and logged in. So, getting started, the character builder is pretty simple. It gives you some information here, that some steps we're going to go through. It tells you a bit of the world of Cyberpunk, and it gives us some different ways that we can make a character. If we just want to get one really started, we can just hit that, or we can even start with pre-gens if we wanted to, or we can just grab a character really quickly. We can get a character going with minimal customization, or we can do the complete package. Let's go ahead and do the complete package. So I have selected that building method, and we're going to walk through these steps. But first, it says character name. You answered to Zbot. I rolled this using my book, the Book of Random Tables, Cyberpunk 2, that has hacker handle tables in it. So that was one there. So I am going to be called Zbot. Now I can scroll down, I can select a portrait, or I can add my own portrait. I don't know what my character will be yet, so I don't know what to select. So here I will begin. All right, so these are the core of Cyberpunk role-playing. These are your roles that we are going to pick. And so you can see we have an exec, a fixer, lawman, media, medtech, netrunner, nomad, rocker boy, solo, tech. Now, this might be a little obscure for some people out there, but when I was a kid, I loved the TV show Max Headroom. Of course, it was canceled well before it should have been, but what could we do? That's the way all awesome TV shows went in the 80s and 90s. And I wanted to be Edison Carter, in between wanting to be Mad Max, Indiana Jones, Luke Skywalker, and Captain Kirk and Captain Picard. But besides that, I wanted to be Edison Carter, and Edison Carter was a media. So I'm going to choose media. I am basically like an independent journalist, and I have never made a media before, even though I played the game before. So this is my chance to make a media. So I am going to select this role, and we are going to move on to life path. So first we have the personals, cultural origins. Where am I? What region? What language do I speak? So this is all very interesting stuff that we can pick. We have a table here of some different languages and some different regions. So for the sake of time, and because I always love a nice random table, I'm going to roll. North American. That's pretty standard. I can choose one language: Chinese, Cree, Creole, English, French, Navajo, or Spanish. So we all speak street slang, which is a pidgin that is used by most everyone in the dark future. But we also have a primary tongue that we learned, as it says, at your mother's knee. So which one of these should I pick? I mean, I have never done anything with Navajo in my life, so let's pick Navajo. Let's confirm that. Let's hide the table. Personality, this is what you are like. So again, I'm just going to roll on the table and see what it gives me. Friendly and outgoing. Hey, that works for a media. So I am friendly and outgoing, and I am sure that that will help me when I am looking to publish a story. Cyberpunk is built around how you look and your style. So these right here gives us an idea of what our character will look like, what kind of style we have, what kind of our hairstyle is like. We have a table again. I am just going to roll again and see what happens. Leisure wear, comfort, agility, athleticism, long and ratty. Nice. But here, just to show you, I could show you the table to see what else is here. So they have some different styles. So high fashion exclusive. I would have been bald then. Wild bag lady chic. So I could have been some of those, but I'm keeping this. So my hair is long and ratty, and I wear leisure wear for some reason. And affection, you are never without. Well, let's roll again, shall we? Fingerless gloves. This is turning out to be fantastic. This is like my dream of the 1980s when I was a kid. All right, so fingerless gloves. That's what I'm wearing. Your motivations and relationships. What do I value most? And how do you feel about most people? Let's roll. I value honesty. I hate almost everyone. That's too funny. So I value honesty, which makes sense because he's a media. So this makes a lot of sense. However, I'm not sure why I hate almost everyone. But I'm going to leave it because why not? Things you value most. The most valued person in my life. A teacher or a mentor? Okay, I can see this. I can see this already. So I was a young journo, and I had a mentor who taught me to be honest about the profession, and that is still the most person that I value. All right, what is your most valued possession that you own? Probably should be my camera, but I'm going to roll on this table and just see what happens. A tool. That could be a camera. All right, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to confirm all these. There you go. So you can see how easy this is. We can just roll on those tables and take these things. I got already some building into his identity as a journo. Now we're going to go to background. Your original family background. Where did I originally come from? Let's roll on the table. Urban homeless. You lived in cars, dumpsters, or abandoned shipping modules if you were lucky. You were usually hungry, cold, and scared unless you were tough enough to fight for the scraps. Education, school of hard knocks. All right, I'm going to go with this. I was urban homeless. We grew up in a terrible, terrible environment. Somehow I learned Navajo. I guess maybe my mother. We'll just go with what they said. You learned at your mother's knee. So my mother was a Navajo. And so I learned how to speak Navajo. And we were homeless. And we went all around living out of dumpsters and cars and whatever else. I don't know how I became a reporter, but we will leave that up to the dice rolls and our imagination. So your environment, because we already know the urban homeless. So this will be interesting. And we'll see what we get here. In a nomad pack, moving from place to place. Well, I can kind of see that. I guess if we were urban homeless. Now, I know nomad is kind of a specific thing here, but there could have been a group of people that all banded together to keep us safe. All right, in the time of the Red, what is going to happen? Your family was exiled or otherwise driven from their original home, nation, or corporation. Okay, so we were driven out. Okay, well, we could kind of go back and look at that and say we were in a nomad pack, then we were driven out, and then we became urban homeless. I don't know. We're just kind of seeing what happens here. Your friends, it's not all grim. So here we go. We are going to see if we have a number of friends. So we roll 1d10 and -7 just to see how many friends you have made so far in your life. I have made no friends. Maybe at least I'll have some enemies. I have no enemies. This is really kind of strange, though, because usually when I've always played Cyberpunk RED, which is granted only been a few times, I've always had a friend, I've always had enemies. Starting with none seems a little weak, but I'll go with it right now. Maybe I can get a friend or a contact later. Your tragic love affairs. Yes, it wouldn't be Cyberpunk without awful things happening. Now, this is where I'll get like 7 or 3 or whatever it is. Hopefully, I'll at least get 1 because that'll be fun. No, 0! I wish I would have gotten one because they are fun to see and to create. Maybe I could do something later if I take this character and do something else with them. Let's confirm all of those choices. We'll go to the wrap-up. Life goals. Gain power and control. Oh, yes. That seems a little of a stretch for the media character, but let's go with it too, because maybe he's tired of the corrupt media controlling everything, and now it's going to be his turn to control everything. Now we're going to go to media life path. What kind of media are you? So I'm going to roll on the table again just to see what is going on here. I am a writer of books. I don't like that one. I'm going to switch it. I want to be more like Edison Carter. So we're going to take that one instead. We're going to be a videographer. Anyway, I don't know how you play a writer in a game like this, although it would be a fun challenge. So actually in the comments below, should I stick with writer or should I make him a videographer? How does your work reach the public? News channel. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Ethics. How ethical are you? Let's see. Totally corrupt. No, I'm not going to go with that one. I had already rolled honesty, and I kind of like that. Yeah, here. So there's some good ones. Willing to bend the rules to get the bad guys, but only the bad guys. Fair and honest reporting, but we'll go on hearsay and rumor if that's what it takes. Well, characters didn't slip and do unethical things, but it's rare. You have standards. It is cyberpunk. Let's go with number 4. We're willing to bend the rules, but only for bad guys. Although, if you want me to keep totally corrupt, let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. All right, what types of stories do you want to tell? Propaganda? Oh my goodness. Let's look at the table. I'm going to change it again. Let's do political intrigue. All right, there we go. So we've built up this background here, and we're going to move on to the next section. All right, so we have stats and we have our skills. I'm going to click on this. This is awesome because it does give you a lot of the rules to the game. So we're going to look at stats. Let's see. I think he would be smart. So I'll buff intelligence a little bit right there. He's probably going to have some cool because he's got to talk to everybody. Now I can, like I said, I can subtract from some of these. I'm going to take 1 off of there. I'll take 1 from there. Yeah, I'll take 1 off Dex as well. And then I will do this. I'm going to make intelligence an 8. I'm going to raise his cool to an 8. And I have 1 more. I'm going to go for body. There we go. So I'll just do that really quickly. Now we get to our skills. We get 60 points. So I'm going to look through here. No skill can be higher than a 6. Acting is probably going to be very important for me because I am going to be on camera. I'm vlogging all day, guys. Just constant vlog. All right, so it's given me some, so concentration and conversation, so those are good. And education, a little bit more. Evasion, some of those. I can only speak street slang at a level 2. And see, it just goes on and on and on. Some awesome stuff. Personal grooming. This is big. This is big for the game. Well, right off, because I'm a photographer and filmmaking, I'm going to do this because I'm on camera. Streetwise. Oh, I've got to have streetwise. Let's go for 3 in streetwise. Oh, wardrobe. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go up to 3 on that. Let's go back up. There were a lot of really good ones up here. Let's go 3 on acting. Basic tech. Brawling. I can fight some. Let's do a little bureaucracy here. Composition. Sure, let's do that. I like this conversation one. I'm going to boost that sucker. Criminology. There are some really cool skills in Cyberpunk RED. I've got to do some interrogation here. Well, we've got to do a handgun at least a little bit. Street slang. Yeah, I'm going to buff that. Library search. Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, lip reading. Oh, of course. Educational expert. You're home. I'm only a 2. Melee fighting. Yeah, let's do a 1 there. Oh, we've got to move that one up a bit. Oh, one time I played and I had play guitar and it was awesome. And the other one up here, photography and film. Let's go to 4. Yeah, let's raise this local expert a little bit more. Gambling. I could make a gambling reporter. Conceal and reveal object. Maybe he can hide a wire or something. Let's see. Drive land vehicle. Let's do 2. Go to equipment, and now this is the long way to make a character. So we're going to go to weapons. I won't take too much time here. He needs a nice pistol, very heavy pistol. All right, here we go. Yep, we'll take a knife. All right, and that's all he'll do for weapons. Let's go to ammo. Very heavy pistol type, quantity. I mean, we've got to at least do 30, right? Weapon attachments. Yeah. Sure, let's do a silencer on that thing. That's it. Let's go to armor. All kinds of armor, as you can see. Street Viper riding suit. I'm just going to take this guy right here. Let's see. What kind of gear would a media need? Oh, well, I'll take a computer. Programs. Do I need a program? Eraser. Yeah, let's select that guy and buy a program. Let's go to fashion. How much do I have left on fashion? Got a lot left on fashion. So this is how you're dressed. This is so important in Cyberpunk RED. So let's see. Folksy, retro, free-spirited. I can do the bohemian. I can do the business wear, leisure wear. Oh, okay. So that's what it said I had looked like before. I can get bottoms, top, jacket, footwear, glasses, hats, jewelry. Oh, yeah. Let's get some mirrored shades. Cyberware. Well, we'll get an audio suite. How much money do I have left? Okay, good. Yeah, let's get an eye. And there was something down here, a neural link. Oh, sounds awesome. And I think we are done. That is how you create a character for Cyberpunk RED using Demiplane. Now, this guy is all ready to go. The character's all complete, and I hope you can see how easy it was to create it in Demiplane. Cyberpunk RED has just released solo play rules. So if you would like me to play this character in a solo actual play here on YouTube, let me know in the comments below. I probably wouldn't set it in Night City because I've been working on my own setting. You can pick that up free at Drive-Thru RPG. I create tabletop RPG resources, and I have an RPG newsletter. Check out the links below. Keep gaming.